Sorry, you probably heard a bit of disturbance. There we go. Hey, it's Imran Web Squadron. Hope you're okay. It's Wednesday, the 30th of August. Where has the year gone? Hey, it's just flown by, right? Let's get the volume right. There we go. Yeah, the year has flown by. It's been an interesting year. It's funny, really, because January time is when I started working on the super course, and we didn't get it finished until I think it was mid-March time-ish, mid-March, and then we got it out there. But already we're in August and September, 4 months until the end of the year. How you all doing? Hey, Johnny. Hey, Charlie. How are you? Thailand Divers. Not seen you for a while. Hope you're okay, my friend. So you will notice there's a bit of a comment over here where I'm thinking of building a new course. And the super course was about how to start a web design business and all of that. Clients, pricing, your pricing ladder, your structure, all of that. I'm now thinking about doing a full-blown, from start to finish, building an Elementor website. And it's not just about building the website, it's all about the resources, your fonts, thinking about your sizes, your branding, brainstorming, building the website. But during the build of the website, thinking about your SEO, your web accessibility, thinking about how to prolong, thinking about where to place things around and all of that. Obviously, your SEO, your Google Analytics, all of that. So I'm thinking about doing all of that. I think it's going to take about a month to build out, because I want it to be very different as well. It's going to be videos, by the way. It won't just be PDFs and images like the super course. It will be videos. But the videos will never be released on YouTube. So I'm going to do this whole thing that will never ever see the light of day. It might do one day. One day way in the future, I might put it out there. Way in the future. But if I built something like that, by the way, hey, Greg, Bergwick, Thailand, or Charlie even. I hope you had a great holiday. Pez, hope you're all right. And Paul, what do you think is a good price point for a super course on how to build a full-blown Elementor website? But it's not just about click here and click there and go here. It's starting from the point where you've got the idea or you want to build a website to getting your resources and everything together and in the most cost-effective way, where I'm going to try and do it so that the only cost to you is your domain, your hosting, and the Elementor Pro license. So how you sort those out is up to you. But what do you think is a good price point? And the only reason I'm saying that is because I just want to get a bit of feeling from the Squadroneer audience and what you guys are thinking. Yes, Bergschwerk, exactly. What it is now is basically, so at the moment, we have loads of videos, right? We have loads of videos. But they're always, like, let me give you a sneak peek of a tutorial that I'm going to be doing soon. Yeah? Look at this. Loop grid, but look at the post titles, yeah? Right, yeah, boom. Everything is detached. In a way, nearly every video, except like the 7-hour one I did, they're all a little bit like, how to explain it? They're not relatable, are they? Oh, this loop grid is for a fake website. Oh, this is for this. This is for that. The images, the content, it doesn't all flow together, does it? And the 7-hour Elementor video I put out 3 months ago, can you believe it's 3 months already? That was a very long video, but there was no written context behind it. I didn't go into the brainstorming bit of it either. And there are bits of it I rushed because I wanted to get it done in as short a time as possible, but it eventually came out at 7 hours. Unbelievable, but that's how long it took. Don't forget to smash the like button. So I want to do something similar and different, but this time, what you got to imagine is you'll have the video, but then you'll have the context as well. And there might be like bits that branch off. So do you want to know more about X? Here's another video on that. But every video in this course will be just for the course. They're not going to be videos that I've already released and put out there. And it's going to be locked down. Obviously, you got to pay to get access to it. Look, I know that I could do this and any one of you could steal the videos and put them out there. That's not a good move. But you could do that with any course, to be honest, right? Anyone could do a course and you could watch the video and screenshot it and record it. But what do you think is a good price point? What do you think the value of that should be? Now, Pez has already said 997. Bergschwerker says 1 to 2K. What do you think? I'm actually going to go lower. I'm going to go lower. But it's just an idea that I've been thinking about for a while. For about the last, if I'm honest, 8 weeks. And I feel like now is the time that I really want to do it. And here's the other reason why I feel like now is a good time as well. Woo, can you hear the rain? Oops, sorry, the rain's coming in on my window. Hold on. The rain was coming in. Anyway, so the 7-hour video I did was before we had the taxonomy filter. And there's been a few other tweaks and changes like the Elementor accordion. There's been a few tweaks here and there. And I'm not saying that 7-hour video is out of date. No, it's still relevant. But I want to make it now. Well, here's the interesting thing, Kate. So a couple of interesting points have come through here. By the way, hey, friendly girl. So I'm not a fan. I'm not a massive fan, William, of subscription-based drip content. Here's why. I could do a video, a course, but maybe you don't want to sit there watching a video about custom fonts and converting to WAF2 and Canva for your images. And here's where to go think about your color palette. And here's the logic behind how I like to think. You're not going to want it. You're going to be like, no, I've got all that. Why do I have to wait 3 or 4 weeks or 2 days? I don't know, 20 days until we now get to the juicy stuff. So I'm prefer to build it. Hey, Melissa, great to have you here. I prefer to build it so that you can basically go where you want. You know, you jump in and out kind of thing. And Kate says you can't price it until it's finished. Well, here's the interesting thing, Kate. I already have a very good idea over how I'm going to do it. The cost to me is my time to create it. And I can honestly tell you now that, let me give you an example. The super course that we put out took me about 11 weeks to create. Every day I was working on it, 11 days, 11 weeks. On and off, here and there. I was busy with other stuff. I only did like an hour or half an hour here or there, but it took 11 weeks. In the end, the price for it, like, if you're living in Asia, you can get it for $23. That is completely undervaluing my time. But what I wanted to do is make it a decent price for people around the world. Right, just read the comments here. Yeah, exactly, Bergschwerk, and that's the thing. So this is something that other people have said to me. They've said, like the 7-hour video was great, but it was a lot, and it put some people off, right? So I'm gonna try and do a better breakdown. Hey, Shriram, how you doing? Promotional costs, yeah. I mean, well, it's a bit of a weird one because I probably will do a Facebook sponsored post for it. But that is something I'll probably pay out of my own back pocket. You know, you put like a bit of risk. You put a bit of risk money in just to do some advertising or whatever. But should I tell you what? Pez goes with 666. That would probably scare a lot of people off. let me tell you what I'm thinking of charging it at. Okay, let me tell you what I'm charging at. Then, in fact, let me just give you. I'm going to give you 30 seconds starting from. I can't even see the time. Starting from now. 30 seconds starting from now. What cost do you think I should go for? It's going to be very long, but you jump around where you want to jump. And I'm going to try and keep the videos to be more condensed as well. You know, I will write stuff that expands a little bit more, but the videos are going to be very much like, you do this, you go here. This is why you do this. This is what you don't do. This is what you watch out for. But when I really want to like break down the logic a bit more, in fact, no, sorry, I said that the wrong way around. The videos will go into a bit more detail, but then alongside it, there will be steps. Step 1, da-da-da-da-da. Step 2, da-da-da-da-da. Step 3, da-da-da-da-da-da. For each video. So if I've gone and set the margin or padding to be a certain way and I've used a particular clamp formula, that formula will be there. If I've modified it for the mobile for whatever reason, that formula will be there and why. And that's what I think is, I think that's missing kind of thing. Hey, Alan. Yeah, look, when it comes to SEO, I'm never going to say I'm a full-blown expert on it because everyone is going to say, oh, you're an expert or I'm an expert. The word expert is like all over the place. But what I will, hey, for Rob, $9.99, I would say it all depends on what you want. Is it researching keywords? Is it sorting out your rank math? Is it kind of search engine optimization? Is it looking at your content? Is it trying to find out reasons why you might have a high bounce rate? What is it? Is it about, what is it in particular would you like to look at? So backlinks, topical authority or backlinks, choose one for rankings in 2 months. Okay, look, backlinks is a little bit overrated. It can help you if someone is going to here and they find you, great. But if they're not going there, what's the point of the backlink? There are some people out there that were selling backlinks and they put your website on a very obscure website. No one goes there. So what's the worth of the backlink? Topical authority is more important. If you are able to write detailed, relevant content, get it out there, you're putting in the H1, the H2, and the H3 header tags that are relevant to the questions that people are asking. You are doing social media promotion, putting your post out there, but you're doing it in a contextual way. Not, here's my latest post. And you also put out posts at the right time. You know, there's always someone out there like when we had the submarine disaster, you know, with the Titanic, right? The submarine imploding, right? There were people now advertising their books about submarines, books about the Titanic, books about deep sea diving. And I'm sure people were buying and reading their posts and stuff. So what you have to do is you have to create your post, make it as evergreen as possible. So it doesn't, so that when it comes to updating next year, right, it's not going to take long. But if you were to write a post about Christmas 2022, it's probably not going to be very relevant for Christmas 2023, especially if you based it on a location and what they were doing. Now you got to adapt it. So you want to make it as evergreen as possible, but you want to remember it. So all-in-one security firewall plugin had a issue about a month ago with their plugin and attacks and credentials and shit they shared. If you had ever done a post about that plugin or about vulnerabilities of WordPress websites, then would have been a good time to get your post out there. Oh, did you know that all-in-one did XYZ? Here's what I think, and you better make sure you read this, and then you go and share your post. So it's about, anyway, you get the idea. Back to what I was saying. Hi, Ben. Business time. Yes, it has actually been, Ben, very, very busy. We've had kind of 4 clients, big clients, right after one another. One of them we were going to start on Monday has now been delayed till next week. So I've got a bit of breathing space. But most of the summer holidays has been tricky with me looking after my son on school summer holiday, but then client work. And You know me, I love to record videos and get stuff out there. It's working at all sorts of the day. DJ Cloud. If I'm not using Light Server, is there any user to use Lightspeed Cache? Do you know what? There's loads. There's WP Fastest Cache. There's W3 Total Cache. There's Lightspeed Cache. There's you purging your server with SiteGround. There's a code snippet for doing a purge that you could stick in as well. There's loads of different ways of doing it. Hey, Michael. Here's how much I'm thinking of pricing this new supercourse over here that I'm probably going to start building very, very soon. I am thinking of pricing it at $99. That's how much I'm thinking of doing it. Because I don't want it to be... I don't want to undervalue it, but at the same time, we have so many courses out there at the moment. Like, I've got to be honest, okay? There are already Elementor courses out there. There's already things you could do and whatever. I don't like to price up to where... If in all honesty, I think it's worth a shitload of money, right? Loads of money. But I have a problem in that I don't want... Like, look, I'm not saying that none of you can... I bet loads of you could do it. I bet loads of you could do it. But there's also a fact that I have to appreciate that I would not be close to 30,000 subscribers on YouTube if it weren't for you guys. So the moment I start pricing at bracket, which means a majority can't afford it, and you've got to be really realistic about this. That is something I kind of like plays on my mind a bit. And that is it. And Kate makes a very, very good point now. And Friendly Girl does as well. So this is the thing this is why I've put this question up here. This is the reason why I've been putting it off. It's been on my mind for 8 weeks, but I've been putting it off. Number one, some people are going to go, well, it ain't that good then if it's only $99. Whereas Friendly Girl is also correct in that there might be a higher chance that other people might go for it. And this is the problem I have with it. In that, if you price it too high, for instance, like you put it here, and then you realise, well, yeah, we got about 10 sales, 20 sales, 100 sales. And then you realise, well, we know there's a load of people here that aren't getting it, and then you come down heavily. How would the people that are up there feel about it? Or maybe you kind of go, look, this is what the price will be for... I don't know, it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. It's about... And if you know that people are going to buy it no matter what, so let's say you're Nike, okay, and you make a brand new trainer, and you price that trainer at $1,000, you know that loads of people are going to go buy it regardless. If there's something special about those trainers, they'll buy it, won't they? They will save up, they will mortgage their house, they will sell their car, they will sell their clothes, and they will go and buy it. But when it comes to courses, and I speak to a lot of people, by the way, other people that have courses, other people that do some form of like promotion and stuff as well. It's very, very murky in terms of what is enough and what should you charge, and at what point do you have to like take a step back and go, no, we got to make it more accessible for people, which is why we introduced the parity pricing for the super course, because I started to realize there was a lot of people from our audience, okay. So our biggest user base is America, United States, then it's India, then it's United Kingdom, then it's Pakistan, then I think it's Germany, then I think it goes to Netherlands, Bangladesh, and then after that, I can't remember because it goes up and down, but then we've got quite a few African countries, a few more Asian countries, and a few more European countries. And the minute I introduced parity pricing, more people from Africa or African countries and Asian countries were now participating in it. And we've had feedback from them, we've spoken to them and stuff like that. So it's a very, yeah, I'm, of course we want to make a profit, Kate. I mean, you can't lie, right? I mean, why do we do anything these days? We all want to make a bit of profit. I'm more about, I mean, making the profit. Look, if that was like the bucket for why am I doing it, I could probably say 20% is the profit. 80% is getting out there. Because the more you get out there, the more you're now reaching out to people, the bigger the influencer you can become as well. So there is a little bit of vanity involved into it. Well, quite a good chunk of vanity, in fact, 80% is getting out there. But it's also kind of giving something back as well. And it is this idea for about 8 weeks is in response to people kind of going, they want a more broken down approach. They just want to know that how do I build? How do I make it more responsive? I understand Clamp, but I'm not really using it. Web accessibility, can we see more examples? And when you go from start to finish with like a proper full-blown website, it makes it easier. And I don't know yet, I may give, a copy of the website that's built, I may give a version of that at the end as well. So if people want to download the JSON files for it as well and stuff like that, they can go and do that. Or the template kit, sorry. I meant the template kit. They can download that and go and install it somewhere and almost rebuild. Or as I'm building it, actually look at the settings because they'll now have it next door to them as well. Yes, the Bergschworks says, I think as far as someone realizes that he should don't only get, but more of a tutor to follow to develop. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Kate, I'm interested to hear your expert advice on this. How about offering a membership where you can charge? Do you know something? I'm not a massive... So Alex, I've looked into membership stuff quite a bit. We did have it for the mastery modules before we switched to you buy now, you get the course thinking. And membership sites, there's more to manage and look after. And there's more overheads, number one, as well, but there's more to manage. And although it can be a good recurring income stream, I also feel like then, because look, when you do this super course, whatever, you will update it, but you'll update it when it needs updating. When we did have a membership, and Charlie, you'll remember this, right? But when we had a membership, then you have to, then like what happens is you go, right, every week, every 2 weeks, every month, we have a meeting. And there comes a point where the reason for the meeting dries up. Okay, what we're going to talk about here now? What we're going to talk about? Oh, what should we do? Oh, how you doing? What you doing? Whereas you buy now, you know what you're getting. There's none of this like drip feeding us. There's none of this, we give you bit. There's none of this, yeah, we just drag it out. Oh, you've paid for a year's, now let's drag it out for a year. And if you want to pay, let me give you an example, right? If you go and buy a bottle of a drink and you drink it all in 1 hour, you've paid for it, you drunk it, you're going to piss it out, job done, right? There's nothing to look forward to tomorrow. You drunk it, it's gone. It's gone, empty. Sayonara, gone, right? Achtung. Is that even relevant? Yeah, Achtung, okay? But if you pay for a 99 or whatever the price will be course, and you've got it, you can come in and out and do what you want with it, how you want. And if like 2 months down the line, I change it or I update something, you've got access to that straight away. You've got it there and then. But I don't have to update unless it needs updating. So that's why I've been down the membership route. It's just you need, and the bigger your membership base becomes, there's more to do, chase up, look after, miss payments, make sure the recurring payments are going in, make sure nothing's bounced or whatever, make sure no one is actually passing the info off to anyone else either as well. So yeah, there's more to do. Kate, here's an idea. How about you build out 1 or 2 and run it by to see what kind of input you get? And, Kate. Do you want to know something, Kate? I was going to run it by 4 people who do come on here. They're not on here yet. But I was going to run it by some of them once I had bits of it done. In fact, when I did the super course, I ran the first 3 or 4 pages by them. And they were like, yeah, this is different. This is such a different way of doing it. And they liked it. So I quite like the idea of running that by. And it might be that once it's up and running, I will share it out. I'll literally make it live and go, look, here's the course. But the first bit, which is all about getting your resources together, you know, all of the fondling of the resources, we'll make that bit available to everyone. To you guys first, though, all right? I won't tell the whole world until I get your opinions on it as well. Right, just carrying on here. Dax, I tried to do a membership site, got overwhelmed. Too many questions all day, and the content. Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm getting to, Dax. That's basically it. If you got a team if you got a team, and I don't want to start hiring people out to do that, or if you think your user base is going to be very nicheified and very small, where you're only going to get, or maybe it's a lockdown one, so you go, right, we only take on 10 people every 3 months. So every 3 months, the door opens, you come in, and the door closes. I don't like that approach. I have to be really honest. Whenever I see people doing that, where they go, right, the doors are now open, come and join our course, but you only have 2 days, and then the door's shut. Give me a break. Give me a break, right? Like, you couldn't take on 11 people or whatever. And maybe it's because of the reasons I've just said, you know. Yeah, I mean, Kate, so what you were all saying, these are things that I've already thought about. Because, you know how I do the mastery modules now? You buy the course, you get access. It's going to be the same concept here, where what will happen is there literally will be chunks. So Kate, you're already in my head. There will be chunks, and then there will be the buy all one. And there might be varied pricing, and then you'll have the bundle, which works out to be a discount if you get it all in one. Hey, Raheem. Hold on, I've got a question for Raheem. Have you eaten your pot noodles that I gave you? Because last time I saw it, it was still there. It was drying up. It was looking like sludge. It was looking like worms and sludge. Have you eaten your spicy curry pot noodle, Raheem? He's next door in the other room on his computer. Yeah. So, yeah. Joseph, can you do categories filtering for free in Elementor? Have you got Elementor Pro? If you got Elementor Pro, you can do categories and filtering with the taxonomy filter. So, Joseph, are you using Elementor Pro? Cheers, Charlie. And it's all. I mean, Charlie's How long have I known you now, Charlie? I've known you now since December 2021. So Charlie's a long-standing friend. Hey Tower Kangas, how are you doing? DJ Cloud, would it be better if you make people contact you to get a discount, then only limited time to join it? Well, look, the strategy I do kind of have in my head is that what will happen is when the course goes live, the full course, for the first 2 weeks, there will be, no, the first week, sorry, not 2 weeks, for the first week, there'll be like a little discount. Yeah. And then after that, it goes back to the price we said. You know what? The thing is, though, Michael D, right, is that when you have pot noodles, if you don't start eating it after, like, within 5 minutes, after the heat has settled down, it becomes sludgy. So it's like, you know, kind of thing. So, Joseph, it's not a plugin. It's in Elementor Pro. Look, I'll show you. Okay? I'll show you on the screen. Okay, just hold on a second. Let me just get my... I've got to hide what I'm working on because I don't want to give away too much just yet. Right, okay, right. So, here we go, right. So we're going to go and add in the loop grid, okay? Let me just turn that thing off for a moment. So we're going to go get the loop grid, all right? You're going to drop in the loop grid. Let's go and give it a template. Let me just go with, I don't know, one of these templates here. No, not that one. Not that one. We'll go with this one. There we go. We got a template, right? Then over here, you go and type in tax. Oh, look, taxonomy filter. You drop that in. Now you're going to say that this... Oh, damn it. Now, if this ever happens in Elementor, right, where you do it and it just doesn't pick it up, what you got to do is go back out of your page, go to Elementor tools. You have to regenerate. This is really bloody annoying why you have to do this. Sometimes this is what it does. Let's just go back into this page, over here, my test page, Go back to your taxonomy, and look, now it is there. How stupid is that? I'm now going to pick, oh, hold on, did I pick the right one? Categories, there you go, you pick categories. There you go, look, and now you got a filter. Look at that, I've got a filter. Yeah, filter system, like that, taxonomy filter. Did that make sense, Joseph? Did that make sense? Don't eat the noodle. Yeah, I mean, Dax, you are right here as well in terms of... So this is the other thing I've got to bear in mind in that for some people, you could say that the course is $1,000 and they'll be like, yeah, no problem, lapping it up. You know, they're like a dog to water. Ah, I got it. Yeah. Or there's going to be some that really, really, really want to learn. They really want to get it. But $1,000? When you put it into context with someone in India or South Africa or some places, $1,000. That is... And this became a real reality check for me when we discussed this a bit more about 4 months ago, I think it was, about how $150 for some people is 6 months' wages in some parts of the world. $150 is 6 months worth of living costs. Sorry, not wages, living cost. And then you're asking them to give 1,000. So it's like, it's such a like, ooh. Question on the tax filter. Will the URL change so you can create deep links? No, Alex, it doesn't. As far as I'm aware, Alex, and that is a very good question, right? And I'm going to show you on, let me just show you, let me just do it here, right? Let's just go to this page here. Okay, can you see the URL at the top? No, you can't. Wait, let me give you the URL. There you go. You see the URL now. So let's go and click layout, right? Oh, no, it does. Sorry. What it does, though, is this bit. I've just remembered now. What it does is that bit. So it says category layout, but then you get this, which is ugly as... seriously ugly, right? See that there at the top? Don't like that. I don't like that at all. So the answer is yes, but the solution is non. Non, monsieur. Je ne sais point. Okay, no, forget it. My first car wasn't even €1,000. That's what I mean. A lot of Gutenberg block builders require regeneration. Dev should auto. Yeah, I mean... is there a way to do that, Michael, with Elementor, though? Is there a way to do that with Elementor? I've not looked into that. Now that you've mentioned it, I should look into that, shouldn't I? Auto-generate. Auto-regenerate. That's a really good thing, actually. If you know how to do it, Michael, drop me an email. Okay, drop me an email so we can get that video busted. Just had an email from Ocean WP. They are doing some sort of... what are they doing? Endless customization. No, they're doing some sort of new meta box setting. Oh, I don't care. I don't even know why I get Ocean WP emails. I don't know. I must have signed up a long time ago. I don't even know why I did that. Yeah. So anyway, that's something in between projects I'm looking to kind of work on. I hope you're enjoying the SEO series. I know it's very basic. I did warn you that the first 3 or 4 videos are very basic, and then we start going into other stuff and it branches off. But I hope you're liking it. They are short, they are sweet, they are to the point. There's no waffling and messing around. Hey, WP Arabic, hope you're all right. By the way, I got your email yesterday. So I hope the SEO series is kind of confirming what you already knew, or making you look at things a little bit differently. But it is, you know, like with all things with SEO, there's a million ways to look at it. And what I tell you in those tips are stuff I do with me and my clients' websites, because it's not just about your keywords. It's about the experience on the page. And when people like your page, they stay. They might stick around. They might come back again. Bad experience, they ain't coming. If you're... I mean, there's a website I use which I absolutely hate the layout, the way they do things. It's called techradar.com. And the way they bombard with... and coming soon as well, comingsoon.net. They bombard you with adverts and stuff all the bloody time. But I like the website because you get rich bits of info about movies and films and what's happening with Star Wars or Marvel or whatever. And then Tech Radar about new tech and stuff. They're my 2 go-to websites every night. Every night, for some of you, you've probably got 2 different websites you go to every night. But my 2 are Coming Soon. In fact, I have 3, and every night I do it in this order. comingsoon.net, by the way. I know you're thinking, no, it's not the same website that you're thinking of, but comingsoon.net. thisismoney.co.uk. Great to keep on top of finances and what's happening in the world of accounts and all of that. And then number 3 is techradar.com. But techradar.com and Coming Soon have atrocious website designs. But because I really want to get in on content, I let it go. I hate the design, but I let it go. But your website, unless it's special, people ain't going to stick around if the user experience ain't good. So you can spend as much money on SEO masters and experts and workshops and sponsorships and all of this. The website ain't good, right? It's out of it. It's gone. No, they ain't coming back. So always bear that in mind, all right? Don't go flooding your website with tons and tons of animation, all right? I did actually have some what you call it, a button up here as well, but I found it sometimes caused a bit of a problem sometimes. So there is a regen bit of code snippet I did have one. I'm glad that Paul. Yoast. Look, I used to use Yoast, but I hated it because you were always detached. You had to do it in the block editor and then go back into the website. But rank math, because it's by your side in the left-hand side interface, you can do your changes, look at the score, adapt it, look at the score. You like that, you can do that. With Yoast, it was like you had to have another screen open or another tab, jump. It was too detached for my liking. Take care, Charlie. Great to have you here, mate. Have I considered a supplemental funding model? No. I mean, there are some people, what they say is they let the world know about their course. And then they say, if enough people buy it, I will then get on with it or we'll get it done. And I don't like that model. I prefer to say that you buy it, you get it. I'm not Kickstarter, right? I can't get you to buy it and then wait for me to do it because someone else might come out and do it. And you're going to be like, oh shit, I want my refund. I don't need your course because they've done it. And they've got more doing to it. And I actually like, so it's all about, I mean, when it comes to creating a membership site or a course or selling a product, you spend so much more time thinking about your positioning and is it the right time to do it as well. WP Arabic, you saw my video about making website faster. It was really helpful. Yeah, exactly. If you want to use WP Rocket, fine. But I think you can get away without using WP Rocket. And there's loads of other solutions as well. And I would always say that go with what works with you. And if you've always used Perf Matters and you've never had a problem and it's always worked flawlessly, you might need to pay for it or your client pays for it, but go for it. Have Yoast introduced that recently? Because someone said something, but I've not looked at anything in detail. But I don't know if they said they had a tab. Have they actually got a tab now in the Elementor editor? So when I don't mean like in the WordPress. I mean, when you go to an Elementor page, right? So when you're on an actual page, let me just show you again, right? So when you go here, normally if you had rank math, you'd have SEO over here. Is Yoast now inside of here? Is that what you're saying? Is that true? Hey, John, how are you doing? Oh, right. So supplemental, you mean you had a component where the people that can afford more can earmark a part of that price to go into reducing the price of the vids in other areas? No. No, I haven't, Kate. I might need to think about that. But then I'm all about keeping things really, really dirt simple, I am. There's this one ethos I like to carry throughout my life, wherever I've worked. I like to keep things simple. But I will have a look at that. Hey, Abdullah, how you doing? By the way, if anyone needs a website review or a page, you got my email on the screen. Please do dump your email over. Yeah, and that's the problem with WP Rocket. WP Rocket has so many page settings. They don't all make sense. Asset cleanup, I like that when you have a WooCommerce plugin, but I really do hate some of the settings. Even auto-optimize. Why don't these developers explain it in a clear... I don't care if your explanation is that long, but properly explain. What is this? What is the risk of toggling on and off? Make it clear. They don't really do that. Which is why my Page Speed 2023 video is about simple plugins like FastPress, and then you got 5 or 6 code snippets, And if you don't like it, you deactivate that snippet. WP Rocket, there's so much bits. It's very easy to do it. I mean, I've worked with people, okay? They've got WP Rocket and they're getting 20%. 20%. They come to me, I start working on their website. I get rid of WP Rocket, I put my snippets in, and I make sure their images are WebP and custom font loads and all of that. And then they go up to 72%. They're never going to get higher than 72 because they've got a lot of content on the page. But I'll tell you what, 72 or 70 whatever compared to 20 odd. Do you remember I told you in January we worked on a consultant website and they were like 16%, 16%. We got them up to about 60. Got them up to 60. We got them up to 60. But the reason why I couldn't get them higher was because they had 8 Elementor add-ons. And without me going through all of their 50 pages, I don't know where they've used a damn plugin. They've used them all over the place, 8 extra plugins. They had Elementor Pro. They didn't need the 8 extra add-ons. It's because they worked with 3 other developers. They kept bombarding it with add this plugin, add that plugin. I hate it when people do that. So you can get a high score without always buying premium stuff. And when I released that PageSpeed 2023 video, 2 people who work for WP Rocket put on some nasty comments in a few forums saying, what a load of rubbish. This won't solve the problem. What they didn't like is that the snippets I put out basically were kind of what they probably are using in their tool. It's just they hide it behind a toggle button. Well, now you've got the snippet kind of thing. It's in the page settings between but Ben, right? So what are you saying, Ben? Hold on, are you saying it's in the settings and style? Yeah, but if it's the settings and style, does that? But is it that means it's not in your left interface then still, is it? You've got to go in and click, click, click to get there. Ah, I got you, Kate. I get you, Kate. Yeah. That's an interesting concept, Kate. That is an interesting concept. I quite like the idea behind that as well, I must say. It's not a bad idea. I do like the sound of that. I'll have to look into that. Think about that a bit more. Hey, Shaquille Hills, how you doing? John Cyanides. Do you have the same problem when you create a drop-down header menu? When you add rounded corners, it also affects the hover background. Yeah, it does. And this is where you have to then do a bit of inspection, and you have to, what you need to do is you don't do the border on the drop down because then it affects other stuff, right? You get this like a semicircular almost look. What you want to do is you need to inspect the drop down, get the class names, and only apply it to that. It is more trickier than it sounds, which is why, unless the design really, really needs the curve, I wouldn't do it. Because also, sometimes you do it and some words look very close to the edges because you've got a curve. When you have like a geometric, the same word with the same padding looks all right. The minute you add a curve, visually it feels closer, which is why I don't like doing curved drop downs. It's all about the visual perception of it. I just don't like it. Dan, question for all. I stopped paid web design for clients, so I just do my own projects. But as usual, how do you guys promote games? You can't stop being critical, which is why you sometimes need someone else. So Dax, the email is there. Do you want us to put your home screen on here and we do a quick review of it? You don't have to, okay? But working on your own designs, we are the most critical of our own work. John, yeah, it's weird that doesn't work as it should. I remember we used to do the same thing in bricks. It gives a lot more iron work. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right, John. Yeah. There's bits of Elementor which have not been well thought out. There are some stuff where I feel like look, let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example, okay? Yeah, let me give you an example, right? Let me show you this. This widget makes no sense to me, right? It's the portfolio widget. Portfolio, there it is, right? The portfolio one. Let's just go and drop that in, right? You got the portfolio widget, right? You go in, and did you know the portfolio widget also comes with a filter bar? Look. Sorry, let me pick it. It's got a filter bar. No way. It's been there all this time. And you can apply it for posts and whatever, right? Portfolio posts, okay? But when I say whatever, it's basically posts, really. Here's the problem with this, right? Why would you make this available, but you don't really give them the ability to change it? So you have the title. Look, show the title, the layout, show the title. But you can't have the excerpt. You can't have the date. And this, for me, is like the most least thought out. And I have tried to hack into this to make this show the excerpt as well. This is not a loop grid. This is the portfolio widget. It's not been well thought out. And so there are widgets and stuff that we have that just, you kind of think, you know. Don't worry, Dax, all right? If you ever wanted to send it over, please do. Debating about researching my pricing structure. Yeah, I mean, John, what? Is it that you're thinking of branching out or maybe going up a scale, maybe? I mean, if you're getting more interest, John, okay, increase your prices by 50%, 25%. See what happens. Do they bite? Do they not bite? Do you have to revisit? Or whether you get bit or not, you hold out on it. You stick to it. So I've just got to have a quick drink. So what you want to do, Dax, okay, is... Oh, trust me, John, I know, I know. The color, yeah. Back to Dax. Can you right now email me down here the image? I've just realized my camera's a bit bent, isn't it? Look, I'm lopsided. Can you email me right now the hero image? What is the main image for your websites? When I go to your landing page, what is the image? Can you email me right now that image? Please do that. And we'll sort out your color palette right now. Okay, we'll do that right now. Email me, if you can, with your hero banner, your image, however you want to do it. Just take a screenshot of it if you want, but get me that image. What do I think about Brizzy Page Builder? I don't use it, Abdullah. Do you use it? What do you think about it? You know, I think, John, when we get Elementor version 4, I would be surprised if we don't get global classes in there like the brick system. I think we will. And I know they're working on the taxonomy filter as well. Will they stretch to proper product filtering? I don't think so, because there's been no mention of it yet. But I hope we get there. Mohammed Naki, hey, how you doing? Very much beginner, currently learning Elementor Pro. I have a problem with section height, especially with images height when it's in section. Please help me. So what is the problem you're having? What is the problem? Because you can make your section be as tall as you want. You can make your image height be as tall as you want. You can set the width, the height, make it a cover image. You can set... Are you talking about a background image or an image widget? Kate, do you keep a portfolio? That's a good point, Kate. I don't even do that. Right, let me just check. Someone's just What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? No, I don't need to watch that. Yeah, so if you can email over the image, Dax, that would be a big help with me kind of understanding a little bit about the potential problem we might be having here. And for Mohammed Naki, we're going to need a few more details. You're talking about the background image, an image widget, just a bit more about the problem, to be honest. We could do with that. By the way, if anyone is not already a member of it, please don't forget you can go and join the Web Squadron Facebook group, and you should be smashing the like button if you've already not done it. We've only got 18 likes. What? We've only got 18 likes. Go and smash the like button, okay? It helps the YouTube algorithm, and there's a higher chance they let other people know about the channel and the fact that we're live or videos and stuff. Yeah, just massively helps. But don't forget to smash the like button if you have not already. So, in a nutshell, I will be building out this super course. I have a really good idea for how we're going to do it. It's going to take... Oh, man, it's going to take about, I think, 3 or 4 days to get all the recordings done. 3 or 4 days to edit. And then about 3 weeks to build it all out. Because there'll be so much to write up in between what I do. Videos, clients, and stuff like that. A very big juggling act is definitely going to be, was that. Is anyone checking their colors for, do you know what, TJ? It's a very tricky one, okay? I am very conscious when I can tell the contrast is not good. I'm very conscious of that. Sometimes, though, I don't always agree with the web accessibility. So, for instance, okay, let me give you an example, right? Web accessibility would not like, see this pinky red color that we have here? Web accessibility would not like this white on that. It would say that this white and that is not enough for the AAA tick. Make this red be more murky, more slightly more burgundy in color. And I hate that. I really hate that. There's some aspects where I'll do it to a point and then I go, screw you, okay? Because that's the palette we're working with on our client's website. Dax, when are you next? When am I next live? Probably tomorrow, same time. Slightly unpredictable, because what I used to do is I would be live 5 days a week, and sometimes I am working full on a client's project, and then I stop to do the live chat, and then I have to get back in the zone on that, and I might have hit a problem when I've stopped to go on a live chat. And now I say I'll go live when I know I'm good to go live. You're right, mate. Where's your pot noodle?
I've had it all.
Give me the tub. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
How much is left? How much is left, Raheem? Come here with your noodle. Bring it here. Do you all want to see evidence? We all want to see evidence of how much he's eaten. Bring it here, you little... Bring it here. This is what he's got for lunch. This is how good a dad I am, right? So I was like, what should we do for lunch? I'll tell you what, I'll just give you pot noodle. This is his lunch, right? Oh, you've done all right.
Yeah.
If anyone's going to feel sick, this is all he's got left. Look.
Don't throw it on your computer. Do not throw it on your computer.
Finish that, mate.
Yeah.
Go on. All right. Shut the door. I'm such a great dad, aren't I? So Mohammed Naki, the section height doesn't get shorter when the image in image widget is greater in height. Huh? Well, it won't, because the section is wrapped around the image. So what you need to do is you need to change the height of your images, or the width of the images. You need to crop them, scale them, do what you need to do with them to make them fit. Your section, think of it like this, yeah, Mohammed, right? Your house, your section is the house, right? Your section is the house. So if you go and put like a massive bit of furniture in, it fits inside the house. If you now overload the house with loads of furniture, right? Eventually the walls are going to start cracking and they'll just continue baying out or warping out. So you need to, yeah, something like that. Think about that. So David, hi, how you doing? Yeah, Reno had one for 175 for 10 modules. Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those people where, and I've said this earlier, in that I'm so conscious that my second biggest audience on YouTube is from India. And I can't be kidding myself that everyone's going to have money. I cannot. And I have to kind of think about, I care about everyone, which is why you will see me offering support on the Web Squadron Facebook group, on the Elementor Facebook group, other groups, and a lot of you do the same as well. It's not just me, a lot of you do the same. So it's something I still have to have a think about. Oh dear, Kate, big storm on the way. Yes, is this the one that's coming up from just over Cuba? I can't remember the storm now. The one that's about to hit or hitting Florida. Is that the one we're talking about, Kate? If so, please be safe. Do you know what, Dax? I totally get that. I totally get that whole thing. I'm a bit of a perfectionist as well. But you know what? You might just need someone or some people to just say, yeah, that's okay, Dax. That's okay. Move on. That bit, do you want to change it a little bit? Maybe it's just our opinion. You don't have to listen, but you just need like, you just need a bit of a stick just to push you a little bit. One more question. How can I get better in color selection when designing websites? Really, really easy, Mohammed, right? What is the client's power image? Are all of the images of similar colors? If so, look at the colors of the image. We released a video on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday I released a video on using Canva to create your color palette. Go watch it. You can use Canva for free to generate your color palette. Go on, go and look at it. All right. If the images are various colors, grab the client and go, right, we need to standardize your images. Okay. We can't have a yellow image, a red image, a blue image, a green image, unless that's the theme of your website. Think about standardization. Images will have colors, but what is the dominant color? If the dominant color is gray, you can get away with it. It doesn't matter if there's bits of red or yellow or whatever, but think about your color scheme inside your images. Oh no, Kate. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Basement flooding. Ah. Stay safe, Kate. Shaquille, when looking at a website using page speed, they give us suggestions like eliminate render blocking. Now, look, it is very, very difficult to eliminate some render blocking resources. It's very, very difficult. And some of the page speed insights that you get, I weigh it up. If the render blocking was costing me 50% of the score, what is that all about? What's causing that? But if it's like that much, let it go. All right? Let it go. All right, let's let it go. Okay? Just walk on by. Seriously, I care about page speed, but I care more about sorting out what is in my control. Oh, your images aren't next gen. Oh, I got lazy. Sort it out. Oh, you haven't custom loaded your fonts. I got lazy. Sort it out. You know, there's lots of stuff you can sort out. Oh, my website takes too long to load. I got loads of videos, loads of carousels, loads of sliders, video backgrounds. Oh, I don't care. I'm lazy. No, sort it out. But there is some stuff on there that is tricky unless you really want to get straight in and start like messing around and getting dirty with the back end code, right? And unless you want to start going into that realm, do what you need to do and then move on. Right, let's just check some of the comments coming on. Yeah, look, Mohammed, look, keep watching, right? We got videos. Great to have you here. New AVI, new Avi. AVI, Pez. Are you talking about someone else? All right, take care, Dax. Speak soon, my friend. Hopefully see you tomorrow. What recommendation have you got for WP security? Right, I used to like all-in-one. I'm not a big fan of that now. WordFence, obviously, loads of settings on WordFence I don't like. Security isn't a bad plugin as well. But if you're using SiteGround, they also have a security plugin, which actually isn't that bad if you want to use that. Avatar. Do you mean my avatar, Pez? I did change it, yeah. I did change the color of it, yeah. Okay, look, we've been live for 1 hour, 7 minutes.
No.
I think it's time for me to shoot off now. Hey, Fat J, how you doing? It's time for me to shoot off now. Oh, Raheem's head is not. You know, let me just show his. There we go. Humberto, I'm about to shoot off. Sorry about that, my friend. I'm about to shoot off now. We've been live for about 1 hour, 7 minutes, and I want to crack on with doing some.
How would you know you've been on that long?
Tells me there. So I want to crack on and now get on with some other stuff and jump back onto my treadmill.
1 hour, 8 minutes.
Yeah, and check he's fully finished his pot noodles.
I'm gonna go and see her on my house as well.
Go finish your pot noodles, Sonny Jim.
Okay, I'll chase
All right, everyone. Take care. Yeah, and don't forget, if you do want to find out more about Raheem, you can go and check out his channel as well.
Link
on
down below.
there we go, on YouTube.
I've also posted out a YouTube short. One of them in just 1 day got 3,000 views.
Really?
Remember, 3,000 views.
Is that how many views it's got?
Yeah. I mean, I just already gained a couple of subscribers.
All right. I need to find a way of getting rid of this boy. All right, I'm gonna go off now. Take care, everyone. See you all soon. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.